welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Dr. Beth Watson, who is the director of the Children's School at Stevens College. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well. So tell me, maybe some people don't even realize that there is a children's school at Stevens College.
That is true. A lot of times they say we are a hidden gem, and we're trying not to be a hidden gem anymore because we want to share our story, and what a year to do it, celebrating our 100th birthday. So we started as a nursery school training pre-service teachers at Stevens College in 1925, obviously. And so we've evolved through the years, adding an elementary school, and now we are placed in Hickman Hall on campus and right in the middle of campus at Stevens College. So our sole purpose is training pre-service teachers and providing them an authentic classroom. First day they step foot onto Stevens College, they get to have that practical experience in the classroom, but also providing children in our community just an alternative learning style.
Yeah. And it's funny because I did adjuncting at Stevens for a couple years, and occasionally you would see like little people just walking across the middle of campus.
Yeah, so that's one of the beauties, is that we get to utilize the campus. If the older kids are doing a study in business, we can go to the business department, or something with fashion, they can go over to the fashion department. And so the campus really supports everything that the children are doing, and invite us to things too. So they get to go to the plays, and they get to go to the dance studios. And
I bet that's really interesting experiences for the kids.
Yeah.
What grade level is the children's school?
So we start at 3 years old. Our preschool is 3 through 5 year olds. And then our elementary program is a K through 5 multi-age classroom. So we believe that when in your life are you always around the people that are your same age. So we break them apart by ability versus just their age. So if you have a child that is more advanced in a subject, then we can move them forward. But if they need a little bit more support, they have the room to do that as well. So we're constantly assessing and gathering data on the kids because you have the college students in there as well working with them. So they might be taking a class and assessment. So we're down in there working with that, and then we're moving the kids and grouping them based on what their needs are every single week.
That is very interesting. I don't think I knew that part.
Yes.
Very interesting.
And everything that we do in our college classes has to do with the lab school. I was just teaching an early childhood class, and so we were learning about dramatic play and the importance of play in preschool. So we spent 2 days of our class creating a dramatic play classroom, the entire classroom, and transformed it. And so we created lesson plans, and then we designed a family science night. And so they had to invite the families in and create science experiments. And so everything that we do in our college classrooms includes the children, includes the families at the children's school.
Okay. And so what size classroom then is that?
So typically our K through 5 is about 45 kids. Right now we're running about 25. So we keep our ratios 1 to 15 in our elementary, and then 1 to 10 in our preschool.
Okay. And are you looking for more enrollment?
Of course, we are always looking for more enrollment. We're always looking for ways to grow and looking at different opportunities in the community and what are the needs in our community as well.
Okay. And you said you're celebrating 100 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes.
How long have you been at the school, Beth?
So I've been there a long time. I came here as an undergrad to go to Stevens College from Minnesota, and just kept staying in Columbia. And I actually was a teacher in the lab school for 12 years before moving on and becoming a professor and the director of the school.
Wow. So you fell in love with Columbia.
Yes.
And stayed.
And stayed.
Yes.
And I have not done the same thing throughout my time at Stevens, but I value what this school has to offer this community. I value what it has to offer for our college students, and there's nothing like it. And so
I agree with you on that. That is one thing that I did love about Stevens College. It's the hands-on piece of it. And I just find that it's hard to replicate that.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yes, 100%. I think our college students go out into the public schools. That's where they are going to go teach. And so we give them that one-on-one attention in this lab school setting. The children know that they're teachers as well. So sometimes we'll call them, little teachers and big teachers, and everybody's learning together. And they have that tons of experience by the time they go out into the public schools.
Yeah. Do you find that when you have children who go to school there, their siblings generally come, so it's a great experience for them, and then their siblings will come behind them and go?
Yeah. Or we'll have families that might leave and then have a different experience and then want to come back too as well.
Yeah.
So our doors are always open. We always welcome families back.
Yeah, which is very telling. I always say, if you come back, or if you have the siblings that continue to come back, then that really tells a lot about the experience that the family has had there.
Absolutely.
Okay, and so if somebody's listening now and they're saying, oh, that sounds like something I may be interested in exploring, how can they find more information?
So you can go to the Stevens College website, and there is a tab up top that says the Children's School, or you can even just Google the Children's School at Stevens College. We also have a Facebook page as well. We give tours all the time. Our actual classroom teachers are the ones that give the tours. So we have an open door. We don't just schedule open houses. It's open enrollment at all times.
So it is open enrollment?
Yes,
okay.
Yep.
So you don't necessarily have to wait until, the fall semester or the beginning of school like you would in a typical school setting.
Nope. Anytime you can come visit, not unless we are full at that time. And then we would have a waiting list, of course. And then we will announce our summer camps that will be coming out as well.
Okay. All right. Summer camp. And for your summer camp, you don't necessarily have to be a student there to attend.
That is open to the community.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yep. All right. And so we'll be looking out for those summer camps, because that could be a good way to kind of experience a little bit of the school.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be looking for that. Well, Beth, thank you so much for coming on to tell us about that. Great information for people to have. Like you said, a hidden gem that you want to now share more with the wider community.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Beth, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.